up, y'all? It's your boy Vinnie-Dangerous, and I'm back with another installment of Dangerous Minds. We're doing things a little different. Zoom decided it wanted to fuck up today, so we, had some technical difficulties to try to get things started, to say the least. But we got everything situated. We
Right.
good. I got my boy, the MNO, joining me for today's episode. That's me and we go way back. Like
Way back.
we've been rapping
College,
together. We've been
college ciphers.
shoot college ciphers like from the beginning of college type shit.
Facts. Facts.
So how you been, man? How you holding up with this quarantine shit?
Boy, I'm just striving, surviving, man. Shit, got me back at it. Doing a little electrical work and shit. Working on music, trying to push this brand, get this shit right. Working on my website. This is Black Woman Public. You
Yo,
know what I'm
that
saying?
that design is hard. Like once you get that thing out, let me know because I'm gonna definitely
Yeah,
cop
bro.
one and
I'm,
support
I'm gonna
that.
try to get it in t-shirts, everything. This one's just done on a regular Gildan hoodie. I got some. I got a bunch done on some shit. I might be able to get you one. I got one right now. What size you wear?
I went large.
Yeah, I think I got a large over here. It's a champion hoodie with the shit on it.
Oh, bet. Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do it.
yeah, yeah,
I'm with it.
yeah. I got you.
What
And
about music, man? You got some new music coming?
yeah, bro. I'm working on. I postponed one track that I was gonna drop, and I was like, I added a verse to it, and I switched it up just a touch, and just working on some mix and mastering. This is my first time mixing and mastering my own shit, so I'm just trying to get the hang of it, get the skill of it, so that way maybe I could take a bulk off my pocket. You know what I'm saying? Having to go
I
to
feel
like
you,
a
man.
a full on studio all the time. But so I had a newborn, January. So I got a 6-year old now, and I got my 6-month old, about to be 7 months.
Oh, nice.
So
Oh,
I'm
congrats.
doubled. Yeah, I'm a boy. I'm a boy dad. Can't seem to make them girls. But besides that, bro, what about you?
Just got the stimulus package. That's supposed to be coming out. We trying to get it out on the 14th. We just wait. We got everything mixed and mastered. We just waiting on the graphic designer to hit us back with the cover art. And once
Yeah.
that's done, we'll go ahead and set it up so it can go ahead and go out to streaming services. Oh, we good. And then I got this album Germ I'm supposed to be putting out. So
Okay.
just did
Yeah, Germ
the
Scorsese.
music video. Yeah, yeah. Shout out to my
Yeah,
boy Germ, man.
yeah. Shout out Germ. Yeah, I got a track with Germ we working on too. So yeah, he's definitely a young producer out here that can make his way to GOAT status.
Oh yeah,
See it.
like he's definitely
Yeah.
bringing the best out of me. Like I know he's probably bringing the. I mean, me and you got a track together, and
Yeah,
bringing the
we
best
do.
out of both of us that we supposed to be putting out later this year. So it's a lot going on, man. Like
Facts.
we just, of course, we here for the Dangerous Mind show. Just brought that back. Had to bring it back early because of this quarantine shit. People need some shit to watch.
Facts. Hey, y'all need to support black artists. Shout out Son of Simba. I got that from him
Oh, hold on. Let me
right
move my
there.
screen. Yeah.
And shout out Leah Simone. That one right there is called Human. I bought that from her. She also makes music, Leah Simone music. Y'all check her out. She's
Oh,
on
that's the homie. She
Instagram.
dope. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, the very vibrant spirit, y'all. So
So
support your homies. Support local artists. That's how we're gonna push up and go.
facts, man. So yeah, I got you here today for this topic. Now the question, because I put it up on Facebook, I put it on on the Instagram page for Dangerous Minds, and I didn't realize the amount of feedback I was going to get. Like shout out to everybody that follows the pages, that really like has been helping contribute to this revival of Dangerous Minds, so to speak. Like, cause a lot of people felt very strongly about the question of is conscious rap dead?
Mm,
Like, like there was only like maybe a couple people that might have said that it was, but almost unanimously, everybody was saying that it's not. And I think,
right.
especially in the current climate that we're in today, like a lot of people feel very strongly about that question. But there's been this shift I've been noticing. I don't know if a lot of people have, but with the controversies of J Cole versus No Name, and you got Talib Kweli wilding out on Twitter. You got now Common has been accused of sexual assault by Jaguar Wright. I mean, I'm wondering, is the image of a conscious rapper tainted? And I don't
Mm.
is conscious rap something that can still thrive today as the way people see it?
Ooh, well, I think conscious rap definitely will always have a place. Wherever there is discord, you will find conscious rap. And here in America and in the world, there's a lot of fucking discord. Um, I say that that common thing was a surprise for me. I can say you have an idea of an artist,
Mm-hmm.
and you hear about what Common's been talking about all these years, like especially his love for women and the way that he loves women. So when you hear it, you have to take a pause and sit back and I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know what the hell's happening, but I can't understand where people saying that the idea of a conscious artist, like, what do you think of them? People have to remember that conscious artists, yes, they're conscious and they do talk about a certain amount of content,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to remember that they are still people.
Yeah.
We put them on certain pedestals, and when they don't meet, our expectations, then it's like the whole world just came crashing down. Like this
Right.
person, is the devil or whatever. All I know is that you don't be surprised by anything. Anything I hear about anybody when it comes out, I'm not surprised because I'm like, I mean, you're fucking human. People do dumb shit all the fucking time,
Right. And I think it's
or you just don't know.
like um I think it's the fact that because conscious rap is kind of seen as people are like their perception is that conscious rappers are more knowledgeable. Like conscious kind of means that you kind of have more of an understanding of like what's
Mm,
going on in the world right now.
mm,
Like just because they're the ones that speak on it, it's not you know like no disrespect to any of these genres, but like it's not like gangster rap where it's more so, oh, we're just talking about what's going on in our neighborhood, and then the conscious rappers are speaking about the world, the society, like the things around us. So it's a little bit more of a worldly view. At least
y-
that's the perception. So it's kind of like they hold them at a higher standard, and because you know, if they make those type of missteps, because I think if it was
mm.
like who's the artist right now? Like if Little Wayne has said some crazy shit this year alone, and I think a lot of people didn't really the outrage wasn't as visceral because they don't really expect that much from him.
But you know what? Look, Wayne has dropped a conscious song before.
Right.
Georgia Bush. A lot of people forget that. Like he did the whole Georgia Bush thing, talking about New Orleans and all that type of stuff. Um, but
But then he'll
I
turn
guess,
around and say something like, Black Lives Matter, my life matter, especially to my bitches.
and yeah, he will do that. He will do that in a heartbeat. How do you give your fans what they want, and also stay true to the culture?
Right.
Um, Damn, this I have so many mixed feelings about this whole thing, conscious rap too.
Because I
Um,
will say, before we go any further with the common thing, we have to stress that it is allegedly.
it's alleged. I don't
Like we
know.
don't want to say who's wrong, who's right. Where the truth is always somewhere in the middle. I'm not a legal person. I'm
Facts.
not the police. I'm not an investigator. I don't like just
And
wanting to put that out there. Like it's just a
I'm not gonna
perception
discuss
of how
gray
people
area.
get hurt.
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about gray area if I don't fucking know. Um, because yeah. But when I talk about this conscious thing though, so I think about conscious rap, I get mixed feelings about it because classically when we think about conscious rappers, we think about people talking about politics, We think about people talking about the nature of the environment that we live in, the police and stuff like that. But you got to think about what conscious is, and it is being cognizant of your existence.
Right,
So some people might contend and say that somebody who's talking about the street life is being conscious of what is going on.
right,
Would you dare say that Ti is a conscious rapper? I think he is a trap rapper who has conscious elements to him.
right.
And he's showing it even more and more now. Like, damn, you might well say Ti might be a conscious rapper to this day.
Hmm.
Um, Nas, we consider him a conscious rapper. Nas was talking about the street shit,
I mean,
but
even with somebody like Kendrick, he may have a like a more poignant message a lot of the times, but everything he's speaking about is rooted in street life.
exactly. I
Like,
mean, that's what it was.
because in a way that, and even though people may look at it like it's a um, smaller area that is focused on, like
Mm,
with street rap, with gangster rap, you really think about it, that is a reflection of the world we live in. The slums are a reflection of America. Like the hood is
mm-hmm.
is a reflection of America that may get ignored by the rest of the world, or at least the rest of the media that they try to, when they're perpetuating a certain image that they want to broadcast to the rest of the world.
Right.
Um, Street rappers are able to tell those stories, to shed light on the part of America that they try to hide and stuff. So I feel like in a
Right.
way that is conscious because you're making the rest of the world conscious of how things are. Like the part of it that America tries
That's
to.
what WA did. Because when you said,
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, when you was talking about NWA, I mean, when you said gangster rap, and the first thing that came to my mind, I was like, well, shit. Originally, NWA was like this aggressive, conscious group. Like they was talking about fuck the police. They was talking about the shit that was going on in the hood, and
Hmm.
hell, Ice Cube, and even now Ice Cube. You know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying?
Ice Cube has been on the front lines with this shit. Like this year,
Front lines. He's just
he's been definitely like visible this year.
he talking about making a contract with the government. I don't care who the fuck is president. We need to make a contract that precedes what the hell happens afterwards
Right.
for black people. And I was like, hey, that's the way. That's the way.
Yeah, shout out to Cube, man, because he's
Big
definitely
facts.
spitting some knowledge, like shining some light with a lot of people confused about the darkness out here right now.
Um, when we talk about conscious rappers, though, like all this, technicalities and all that shit. When we talk about we talking about the Talib Kwalis. We
Hmm.
talking about like the most deaths. We talking about the Commons. You know what I'm saying? Pharaoh Munch. Um, God, there's so many.
I guess you could say Jay Lake because he just put
Jay
out an album this
Electronica.
year. J Cole, No Name.
Here's what's missing. There's no Erica Badu's out here making these conscious rappers no more. That's the problem. we, we need a Erica Badu. We need another Erica Badu, and that's gonna tie it all together. You know what I mean? But
Shoot, at this point, if Nick Cannon drop another album, he might be a conscious rapper.
Nick Cannon been stepping his bars up.
Oh yeah, I mean, hey, just because you're a conscious rapper don't mean you're a good rapper.
he been stepping his bars up. You heard that? He's been trying his hand more like spoken word, but I think if Nick drops something, it might go stupid viral too. I think he's in
Especially
a
after
completely
the
different
controversy he
headspace.
was in. Yeah.
I give Nick this. Nick was trying to. I think this is what it is with Nick. Nick is trying to. He was in an area where like he came out of Nickelodeon and now he's rapping and he's doing like these family type movies.
Hmm.
What the what? I guess maybe he was like, I can't say but so much or do so much.
Oh yeah. Like I feel like Nick also been just put on because I was saying that when I heard his podcast and got him in trouble with Professor Griff. I was like, he comes off as like when you first get introduced to this information, and like he's just mad excited to tell everybody. He's like, "Yo, man, this, and this," and then you do it in a certain way. Some people gonna be looking like, "Wow, that's you just spreading the information." kind of like you just quote in the textbooks, not realizing, oh, this might rub some people the wrong way, kind of thing.
Facts.
So
Facts.
that's what I kind of looked at with him with that whole situation was just like it seems like his heart was in the right place. He was just spitting that shit, and then people had to be like, wait a minute, that's a little offensive.
He was saying some shit that I was like, what's that meme with conceited? Like
Yeah, like
he said some shit. I was like, ooh. I was like, I said we gonna hear about it in the next 2 or 3 days. That's
oh
all I
yeah,
knew.
I
I was
ain't.
like, yeah.
It was still a great conversation though. Like,
It's stuff that I've heard
hmm
and have overstood for many a year. And it was refreshing to hear somebody in his platform have that discussion.
right,
Because a lot of times when they bring progressive Professor Griff, it's not no open discussion like it just doesn't seem like that. Even like didn't he go to Breakfast Club one time?
Professor Griff.
Did he go to Breakfast Club?
I have to
Maybe
look
he
it up.
didn't.
I'm not too sure. I can't think of it though.
It felt so unfiltered, and I did respect that a lot. I was like, it was like just this unfiltered sharing of this knowledge, you know, that he has been trying to accumulate and to understand, and he was asking questions,
Hmm.
and it, there's motherfuckers out there who didn't like it.
I mean, then kind of bringing it back to the conscious rapper thing is like, because there's only certain like somebody like Professor Griff, his dad was shut out of he was
Hmm.
shut out of the industry,
I didn't
and
even
like
know that.
yeah, like I mean, he tells a story in the podcast. He was like, yeah, they pretty much said,
Yeah.
oh snap, I'm rocking with Public Enemy. We supposed to be this Black Power, uh,
Yup.
revolutionary type of shit that we trying to spread this knowledge. But then it was like, oh nah, you're a little too wild. We gonna have to get rid of you. And then it made me think like, are we really like artists that say they're conscious, right?
Mm.
Or that market themselves as conscious, because it's all a marketing thing at the end of the day. You put a tagline on somebody so they can be marketed to a certain demographic. Um, can you really call yourself a conscious rapper if you're not willing to take it as far?
Facts.
Because I mean, on one hand, you could say, "Oh, I'm saying it in a way that is easily digestible, that may not that I can educate without offending." But on another hand, there's a lot of information that doesn't get touched on because you're playing it safe or you're because trying to be conscious in a mainstream industry anyway almost
Mm.
feels what's the word um kind of redundant.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like hypocritical, like you're like trying to be like hypocritical type shit.
But not necessarily hypocritical. It just kind of feels like
Pointless.
pointless. Yeah, because you're only
I
going to
feel.
be marketed to a certain demographic anyway, and most of the people
Yep.
that you're marketed to already know. That's
It's
like they already know the
they
information.
already
You
know,
might
bro.
put them on to something different, but for the most part, you already know. Like there are some people where like hip hop has probably taught people more than the school system. Like
Yeah.
especially taught the world about black people. But
It's like a gate. It's like a gateway.
yeah, like there's because if like there's other countries in the world that without hip hop they would look at us the same. They would look at us as the people on TV, as the people in
Exactly.
movies, the way we were portrayed, and if that was their perception, then yeah, that's why other parts of the world don't fuck with us either.
What's crazy is I had a we speaking about other parts of the world and listen to our music, and this was like it was so. This is when it resonated within me. We had a foreign exchange student from Russia,
Hmm.
and he's like, "What's up, my nigga?" And I was like, "Whoa, yo,
Whoa.
you can't fuck." He's like, "What?" But like, bro, completely oblivious to what he just did. He was like, "What? What?" He's like, "I hear it in all the music. It's a nigga this, nigga that." It was like, I was like, "What? Are you serious?" He's like, "Yeah. If you go to Moscow, and I see a black person, they be like, oh, that's a nigga. That's a nigga." I was like, "Nah, bro, that's just not cool."
Yeah.
And he was like, and I was just thinking like the the music they're probably listening to at that time, maybe it was, let me see, it was like 2010, 2009, something like that. Um, fuck, I can't even who the hell they were listening to. But you know, it wasn't no man conscious rappers like that. Like
Mm.
conscious rap probably really didn't make a major resurgence. I would say till like after 2010. I would say that. I feel like after like 2011, it was like Kendrick was going moving heavy. J. Cole was like moving super duper heavy, and then all these other people started having these offshoots, and it just it just made me feel like, damn, our message. It's just like our duty as artists is not only to entertain and to provide good feeling for people, but it's also to send a message and to inform. That is your damn duty. That is like the nature of hip hop. It was like, bro, it was the voice for the people who were voiceless. So we had to sit here just like when we were slaves and wrap it up in something else, so people massa wouldn't think this, that, and the third. They're like, oh, they down there in Brazil, they dancing. Nah, bro, they fighting. What you talk about? Like, um, oh man, it kind of makes me sad, but I don't think conscious rap is dead. If we get back to the general message, I think that it's it's going through maybe its own revolution.
Now, there was an interesting comment I wanted to bring up from one of from the Facebook post. Shout out to Julian Caldwell that
Mm-hmm.
left that message. I just pulled it up, and he said that because his response when I asked him if conscious rap is dead, he said there was never such a thing, and I asked him to expand on it. He said, "What's conscious rap or a conscious artist? Are there unconscious artists?" I don't push back too much when people, especially fans, use it as a term. I mean, as a compliment, but it's a limiting term. I think every rapper is conscious unless they're literally saying gibberish. But those labeled as conscious are put in an unnecessary box.
I disagree. Um, I disagree wholeheartedly. I believe that there are artists who make unconscious music,
Oh,
as in like it's just it's and if he's saying that they know that they're making unconscious music, okay. But I think there are people out there who generally make music and they think, okay, this is the wave. Like this is what's it. This is how I
yeah,
feel.
because you can have somebody like, I clearly understand what Little Pump is saying. He just ain't saying shit.
He
Or
ain't
I
saying
know
shit.
I could hear with Rainbow Red. I'm not gonna say his name. But I can clearly hear exactly what he has to say.
Yeah.
He just ain't saying shit. And it's
I
not like with other street rappers like what we brought up with NWA. They're not speaking about what's going on in the world as to educate or shed light on what's really going on this forgotten part of the world. They're just glorifying it. It's just nothing but sex, money, drugs in the most surface
drugs
level.
and drugs is heavy as fuck right now.
Right.
One of the heaviest. Got a whole generation out here popping perks and what I'm saying, sipping
Right.
lean again.
You got artists that, like, are fully aware that people are dying. Like, we just lost Juice World late last year to a
Yup.
pill overdose. We lost Mac
R.I.P.
Miller to a pill overdose, and
Yup.
countless others. It's like, but there's some artists that are fully and conscious of that information and still choose to make music to glorify it. So I don't. So yeah, I agree. I disagree. I agree with your point. I disagree with Julian's point because
Yeah.
there are
Like
artists that say that they are. I mean, I understand where he's coming from because it kind of reminds me of Tinashe's point. She's been pushing to eliminate genres in general. Like I saw
mm,
that recently,
mm,
and the idea of getting rid of kind of like these segmented sub genres of hip hop to a
mm-hmm.
degree to where it creates this divide. Because I think the divide is also part of why people's perception of conscious rappers are so negative. Is
Mm.
because they kind of put at each other like they're oppositions. Like you have conscious
Right.
rap. If you don't listen to J Cole, you probably listen to that stupid shit over there. And and that's
Right.
it's always kind of like putting one against the other, and I don't think that that necessarily has to be the case.
Facts.
But and I think maybe these segmented groups might be what is putting the fan base at odds like that.
We wouldn't have conscious rappers without, this other quote unquote group of rappers.
Right.
I mean, it's all rap. I get maybe that I get they were saying like there's no genre, it's all rap, it's all music. And it's our human need to have a desire to compartmentalize things
Mm.
in ways that we can understand it and have a grasp on it. Like we want to be able to look at something and know exactly what it's called. Hell, I mean, quote unquote, this will happen with the animals in the Bible,
Mm.
I mean, we just don't want to look at a dog and say that's that four-legged thing that bark. um,
Yeah, I
but
don't like the idea of like completely getting rid of genres. Like, I want to be able to
yeah,
know if I'm listening to a rap song, if I'm listening to a bluegrass song, or if I'm listening to a rock song or a classic
instead of
rock
just
song.
saying music,
Yeah,
because
like I mean, it is
you be
all
like,
music. We all know that it's music, but I need to be able to
thanks.
distinguish between like this kind of music or that kind of music because my
We got to be
ear
able to be.
understanding is different.
We got to be able to be specifics. Like I can't just be like I hear a Kenny Chesney song and I'd be like, I don't really like that. But then I hear like the Temptations. I like that, and he'd be like, oh, I like music. They'd be like, oh, well, you like not that kind of music. I like more like this type of music, bro. Just say, I don't like country. I like golden oldies or this that, and the third. So I feel like that's kind of silly.
I get
Um,
where she's coming from because, like, with the controversy with Tyler the Creator, who is somebody that
mm,
some people may look at as like I remember he was getting put in the conscious bubble, but I didn't really see him in that
Never
bubble.
saw him as a conscious rapper.
But
Not
I,
once. Well, like
I mean, it was for
I
a long time. People used to say if you wasn't a gangster rapper, then you had to be a conscious rapper. That's when backpacker became a term at one point.
the yeah, in a backpacker. What was that? It's supposed to be like people like college music type shit. What is that? I never understood the
Um,
backpack terminology.
well, it was just a term that was created for rappers that wasn't necessarily conscious,
Hmm.
but they weren't gangsters or they wasn't selling drugs in their music either. It was just basically a term for people that they not public enemy, but they not dog pound or Snoop Dogg or some shit.
Somebody would contend that I'm a backpack rapper then, because I'll talk about conscious shit, but then I'll talk about like regular shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, most of my projects have been conscious though. So, and if you want to go into that vein, but no, I look at it like Tyler's a punk rapper.
Oh
He's like a
yeah,
punk. He's like a punk rock dude. Like he's a punk rapper. That's I always looked at it. Like it was very to me. It was very like rock influenced to me. Like just the vibe, the initial energy you get from it.
but even
Um.
now, like with his latest project, like Igor, like he got
hmm
the, I think he got put in the rap category, but he was
But it
upset
was more like
because
pop.
it wasn't a rap album. Like he did, majority of it was a singing album. So
hmm
it's like, hey, I'm not saying I'm dissing rap. I'm just saying this isn't a rap album, and it's like, hey, this is taken away from other actual rap albums because I just won this Grammy. I was nominated and I won this Grammy just because it's kind of like a pacifier kind of thing. They don't want to put him in the pop category because they'd have to
hmm
justify him losing if they didn't want to give it to him. So
Right.
they put him in the rap category because they knew his album deserved something. So we're just gonna slide him in there because he's black. So I understand her Tinashe's point of saying, "Hey, I want to get rid of these genres because they use it against us." But I
I
don't
get
think
that.
that's the right approach to
I
get
get
rid
that.
of. So I
I
don't
get
believe
that.
in getting rid of genres. I don't believe in getting rid of terms like conscious rap or gangster rap. We do need to identify them, but I think it's just kind of like the idea of like not limiting.
hmm
Trying to do it in a way that is not limiting.
That's real. I mean, I get it, but then it's like if you get a rated genre, like she's saying, then if somebody did like a whole renditional string quartet of Disney movies and that was an album and everybody was like, oh, that was magnificent, and then they put it up against I don't know a Lil Baby album and Lil Baby went over that, and they'd be like, well, this is like two very different types of music. So
Hmm.
I get you got to have it segmented to some degree. There has to be some separation.
Because you
Like
gotta know
then
exactly how, if, like, is it, how do you judge its quality? If you put in two different things against each other that
exactly.
sound completely different.
Hmm. Like I don't know. I don't know. Like that's what's that? That's above me. That's above. That's above me.
Yeah, I don't know the
Uh,
solutions. I just don't think that that's the solution to go with. You know.
yeah, man. It's I love hip hop very dearly.
Hmm.
Um, I sit back. To me, probably the most influential conscious artist when I started like really wanting to like get into rap was probably Lupe Fiasco.
Yeah, thank
Um,
God he ain't got no controversies yet. Let's just knock on wood. Make sure they don't try to kick
right,
him out of here either.
man. Because I'm not gonna say like, but I just feel like this because I would hate to be a soundbite. Um, he, for all we know, there could be something about Lupe that could be if somebody says something, it could be taken whatever from whatever in his life. Just like there could be something about Rhapsody they could take from her life or whatever. Um, I guess it's all about the context of it. I don't know. I can't I don't put these artists on a pedestal. I just don't. I just never have. That's like I'm still a Kanye fan to his music. Kanye as the person, I do not look at as the same way I look at his music. I'll still go back and listen to like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and be like, damn, this shit was fucking cold.
Hmm.
Like the production on this shit, like, I'll listen to like when he did shit on like 2 words with like
Yeah.
Talib, fucking ill ass song, spaceships, songs like that, and I'm like, damn. And then I look at Kanye as who he is as a person, and I just be like, I don't know. For me, in my mind, I have always separated the art from the actual artist.
Hmm.
I have always so when people would be like, "Oh, I'm not going to listen to this," because I was like, bro, if that's the case, then there's like math that we wouldn't use because that mathematician was a piece of shit. The Beautiful Minds guy was a piece of shit. If you look, bro, he like abandoned his family and everything.
And
Like,
then I
but
guess
we're not.
the cancel culture type of mentality is that, like, if I was to stream his album on Tidal right now, he would get paid
Mm-hmm.
for it. Or like if Kanye, so I guess it's like, you know, hey, you can still listen to it. You just gotta
Mm.
bootleg it or something. Just like, yeah, if you want
Like
to support that man, like I say, I'll,
that shit.
cause it's kind of like with election years. It's like, oh, I'm gonna eat it like Chick-fil-A after November,
Mm.
since they gave money to old boy.
Right.
I'll eat over. I'll just they ain't gonna get none of my money until after November.
Facts.
And I'll say
I
I'll eat
haven't.
it.
I
So
haven't.
it's kind of
I
like,
haven't been to Chick-fil-A in a minute. I
yeah,
can say that. I haven't been to
I
Chick-fil-A
love
in a
Chick
minute.
Fil A. I love the food. It's just I think the racism makes it gives it the extra spice. You
Bro, but it's not. But it's like then it's tough to say, bro, because like we still pay our taxes and our country's racist as fuck.
True.
It's like, how do we like we draw the line? I guess we draw the line on a small one because we feel like it's something that we can control. I guess that's what it is.
Right.
I haven't listened. I haven't listened to any R. Kelly.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to any R. Kelly. I love World's Greatest, but I haven't listened to it.
Hmm.
Um, I love that song though. I love that song, but yeah, bro, it's tough. We can't
I
we
think that's
can't
one
lose
thing
the sight though.
we just can't we can't it'd be hard to really separate ourselves from everybody because everybody's shitty. We just don't know about it yet. We don't know about everybody yet. Like there's
Everybody's
certain
done.
things. I think it's a lot of like sheep mentality too. It's kind of like if everybody says, "Oh, not to fuck with such and such," or "Oh, this crime is bad," but like it's a lot of times it's because the internet already didn't like that person anyway. Like there's certain crimes like R. Kelly is like, oh, that's a given to me. I don't know, just like
Rape is bad.
yeah, getting rid of him is a given.
If all y'all out there, rape is bad. We here on the Dangerous Minds doing this podcast fully and
oh,
wholeheartedly agree that rape is not a good thing.
without question, it's
Yeah.
There's. I
So
say that rapists and pedophiles. Rapists, rapists, and pedophiles. I can't rock with
pedophilia is terrible. Like I don't even understand, and I don't know why I hear there's like a push for that to join the LGBT community. What the hell's going on with that?
you.
Um,
We live in a weirdo country. It's gonna be some weirdo shit that's gonna try to creep into something good.
y'all stay out of that movement, y'all. Yeah, okay.
But yeah,
Those are consenting adults.
so I
All
think
right.
it's more so like because everybody kind of bands together.
Mm-hmm.
Even I was on the Kanye cancel train for a minute, but it was just because I was pissed off. I was pissed off with what
I
he was
know.
saying.
I remember. I remember.
Oh yeah, I mean
I wasn't
I
mad
still
at
don't
you.
rock
I
with
wasn't
him,
mad at you.
but I'm not gonna jump down anybody's throat because they still listen to Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean it's like R. Kelly's different. He's a rapist. He's a child predator. But I have
All
a
the
difference
way.
of opinion with Kanye. I'm not gonna jump down your throat because you're listening to somebody that I just have different views of. I just know I'm not supporting him. I'm not gonna support what he got going on.
Why you
And
think Kanye went gospel? Come on, man.
he
He
went
had to.
gospel. He went
He had
gospel
to.
to yeah. He got to win this back. He wanted to
He
win this
had
back.
to.
I
He
think that
had
might have
to.
been part of his political campaign too, because
But
he lost the black vote the way
you
he
know
went
what?
about it.
In my heart, I believe that Trump must have had like been like, look, man, you push for me, I'm gonna make sure all that debt go away. In my heart, I feel like that. Like all that debt, I'm gonna put you in a good position.
I mean, yeah, he said I'm gonna sell out my people's just because I messed up with my financials. I'm not. I still. I can't forget that. It's all about
Hey,
that's self preservation. I mean, yo, you do your thing. Just know I'm not with it.
I got a
But
I
hold
got a
on, let's
bar on I got a bar on a song. Um, what it says. I was like, yeah, I'm ain't fix it, but will it break me too? Change the scope, be a lane switcher. Will my face turn into two? I don't know. So I say like, all right, I have this ideal of what I want to be as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I have a very high like, I'll never do this. I'll never do that. This come away, and then I wonder like, if they be like, yo, we'll put 10 million in your face right now. Will you do like, will I be like, hell no, or will I look and be like, damn, I could put my whole family, I may do this and people will think this, but then I down the road, maybe I could build this up and do that and make a change. It's hard to say. Will I become Two-Face if they throw a bunch of money in my face? It's not in my face, so I could talk as much as I want to talk. And I have this idea. To this day, I'll be like, yeah, 10 mil, I wouldn't do it. Mm-mm.
I get well, the powers that be. You put some money in my face. We'll just see what happens. We'll just see what happens. There's
You know
certain
what I'm
lines
saying?
I ain't crossing. I know for a fact. I don't care what kind of price tag you put on it. You can put
We ain't
Jeff
wearing no
Bezos
dresses.
money. You can put Jeff Bezos money on it. I'm not. There's certain lines I just ain't gonna cross.
Jeff Bezos money?
Yeah, that's just yo. I feel like because
Mm.
like at the end of your life when you gotta meet your maker, the money ain't coming with you. Can't
At the
buy your
end of the
way in.
day, it's not.
Can't buy your way in.
You
So
can't take that money with you.
it's like there's certain things it's like that could keep me out. If they gonna want
Yeah.
me to do, I ain't. There's just certain things in my soul I just can't sacrifice.
Bruh, there definitely is. There's stuff. It's like so much shit that you hear about in the dark side of the industry,
Mm.
like repeatedly, and it makes you like, damn, like that shit. Like if I was to get there, how would I handle it? You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, change the scope, be a lane switcher. Like would I switch my lane? Would I like, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta think about if you do the conscious rap shit,
Mm-hmm.
nigga, that shit's low key dangerous, high key
Yeah.
dangerous.
I mean, we talked about it before. There's certain like people playing it safe. It might be for self-preservation at the end of the day.
Facts.
You can't say
Like,
too much because you have friends
mm-hmm.
at your door.
When they asked Young Thug what he thought about, remember that shit? He asked him what he thought about whatever, and he was just like, like he just shoot it away.
Oh,
He's like, I
that's
don't think
corny
it's.
though. I think
He
that's
said what?
corny. I think that's corny.
But I think about like I felt like because you think about who his demographic is or whatever, because a lot of times, bro, white people don't want buying music. White
Mm-hmm.
people are the ones at these shows. It's like I'll run into a white person. It's like, oh yeah, I fucking love Young Thug. You know, I love G Herbo, and I'd be like, you like G Herbo? And I was like I respect, I like G Herbo's music, but I'm surprised. I'm like, bro, that doesn't even resonate with you. Like, bro, you doing the hair flip in the frat party? Like, what do you
You know
like? How
why?
does?
Like the reason, and I always say I don't trust anybody outside of our culture that only
Mm-hmm.
listens to that, because a lot of that comes from they
Mm, the
they're
perception,
entertained by art. There is an entertainment factor that goes into our struggle for certain people. That's
like we're
why they that's why
WWE
they listen.
characters.
Yeah, it's like we and no, and it's even worse because they entertain by the real life.
Mm,
You know, WWE is all scripted. At the end of the day, like those stories is over when the cameras cut off. Like when the cameras cut
facts.
off for us, that is that we still got to deal with that. But they could turn it off. They could turn the music off, turn the television off. But they don't want to listen to anybody that's on the uplifting end. But they only listen to the stuff that's you know perpetuating us in a negative light. I don't appreciate that.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Hey, bro, let me call you back. Sorry about that. You know,
Well, no, actually this is a good ending point because we actually done beat the timer already.
damn, it's already been 40 minutes.
Yeah, as I say, I got to keep the timer just to make sure that everything's good. But yeah,
What if we say,
we're gonna do some last words first though. Like, so what's
uh,
like kind of like a last on the question is conscious rap dead? Like, what's your last
okay,
words on that?
conscious rap isn't dead. It is going through a revolution to change. I think the sound is changing. Maybe it's not recognizable yet. Really dig in there. You gotta listen to some shit like it's scripture. Um, don't put artists on the pedestal,
They're humans at the
but
end of the day.
yeah, sift through their message. The message is what's potent. Okay, not the not the person. Well, I guess you got to be certain amount of accountable. But look at the message. Um, there is. I feel like it is necessary to have all these different genres of artists, though. Um, I think it's a good thing that Little Baby dropped a conscious song. I do. Because people who listen to this music who maybe have a certain mindset, now they hear him saying this, maybe that's going to help them shift their shit to a different paradigm.
Hmm.
To be like, well, if Baby talking about this, maybe it's something I should worry about. Um, just as an artist, just remember that your due diligence is to push and promote a positive message at the end of the day for our people. So yeah, talk about what you're gonna talk about, but you also need to be like, if you talking about robbing, stealing, killing, doing drugs, I hope you got something that come after that, like why that's not, I hope you evolve in some aspect from that, and don't be talking about that shit for like 15 years and you don't even do that, and you live a normal life up in Hollywood in a mansion with like 4 kids, and you got a dog named Spot. Like,
Right.
um, I could ramble on about this shit, but that's really just how I feel. Keep conscious rap alive, quote unquote conscious rap. Support your local artists. You want to hear more conscious rap? Push for it, ladies. I know y'all like to shake y'all ass, but also listen to some conscious rap too. It's okay. Everything can't be twerking on the radio.
Oh, that's gonna be a
And
soundbite.
everything everything can't be twerking on the radio.
All right,
If
man. Well, that's
I
our
don't listen to
time.
the radio.
That's our time. Yo, appreciate you joining the show today, man. Like having this
Yeah,
discussion with me. We talked about a lot of things, but the main point is conscious rap is not dead.
yeah, bro. I know I was all over the place, bro. That ADD be kicking my ass. So no, but
But yo, man, where can they follow you at? I don't
oh,
think I
yo,
asked
y'all
at the
can
beginning.
you can follow me on the gram at the underscore MNO on Instagram. You can look me up on SoundCloud at the MNO Young Paradigm, YONG, not young, but young. Um, just go listen to some of my music. New shit is coming your way. I think it's gonna be a pretty fun 2021 coming up.
Yeah.
We're leaving 2020 behind us, y'all. And yeah, that's about it. Y'all be blessed, be safe, keep praying and make wise and smart decisions.
All right, yo, and y'all stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it, and make sure that you tune in 2 weeks from now for the next installment of Dangerous Minds. But until then, peace, much love. All right, yo, I just ended it.
Yo, how was that? That was my first podcast. I won't rambling too goddamn much, was it?
Nah, I mean, I think it was a great discussion. We talked about a lot. We covered a lot of ground, and it all still tied in at the end of the
I
day.
felt I felt like I almost went on a Kanye when I was like wrapping this shit up in messages. There's niggas in Brazil fighting. I was like, God damn. I'm like, I said something, but I was like, I hope people catch it. But yeah.
Honestly, the only thing, cause I was like, bruh, they gonna come after you for that.
She look me in my eyes and